Folks, I am not an essayist, nor for that matter am I in possession of some special talents, creative talents, when it comes to producing videos and uploading them to social media, and I am not an expert in social media either. Nonetheless, I wrote an essay, and I'm going to reduce it to a video, and I'm going to upload it to social media. The reason why I wrote it is self-evident, so let me read it to you now. If you know me, you know history and politics are subjects that interest me. They have my whole adult life. I have lobbied for my profession, which is just politics in action. I've lobbied for my profession and my vested interest, and I've done this lobbying at the county, state, and national levels. I have volunteered my time to political campaigns. I've knocked on doors, made calls, shook hands, wrote letters, and contributed money, what little I had, toward those causes. I understand politics. You'll also know, if you know me, that I hold a couple of graduate degrees and I've earned a couple of fancy titles along the way. With these degrees and titles, employers pay me to teach, supervise, and assess other people. Sometimes I am literally employed to spot stupid. This essay is about a certain type of stupid person. Before we move farther, understand that smart people are very capable of behaving stupidly. I have a number of friends and colleagues with exceptional talents who nonetheless qualify as stupid within certain contexts. In this case, political context. There was a famous religious leader in Hitler's Germany named Dietrich Bonhoeffer. He studied stupid people. He's got two quotes that he's famous for. One, not quite as well known as the other, goes, "Silence in the face of evil is evil itself." That's one reason why I'm producing this video, because I can't remain silent. He's more famous for a quote about stupid people, basically the subject of this essay. Or to be kind, sometimes otherwise smart people doing stupid things. Often we only see the abbreviated quote, "Against stupidity we have no defense." However, it's the full quote that sums up so much of today's current events. That quote goes, "Against stupidity we have no defense. Neither protest nor force can touch it. Reasoning is of no use. Facts that contradict personal prejudices can simply be disbelieved. Indeed, the fool can counter by criticizing them, and if they are undeniable facts, they can just be pushed aside as trivial exceptions. So the fool, as distinct from the scoundrel, is completely self-satisfied. In fact, they can easily become dangerous, as it does not take much to make them aggressive. For that reason, greater caution is called for than when dealing with a malicious person. Never again, he says, will I try to persuade the stupid person with reasons, for it is senseless and dangerous. An important aside, Bonhoeffer died in a concentration camp during World War II. He died just a couple of weeks before the camp was liberated. See, he was right. You gotta watch out for stupid people, particularly Nazis. I have taken Bonhoeffer's warning to heart. So over the last few months, I have distanced myself from anyone that I am reasonably confident voted for this Mango Mussolini, Trump. To be fair, Trump is more a fascist than a Nazi. While Trump is a sociopathic, authoritarian, nationalist, Nepo baby, racist, backed up by an honest-to-God Nazi, Trump is not quite racist enough to qualify as a Nazi. He only qualifies as a fascist. However, his BFF and fellow Nepo baby, Elon Musk, is a true blue, Sieg Heil saluting, Warner von Braun wannabe neo-Nazi. Difference between the two, Trump wants non-whites to know their place. Musk appears to be willing to take it one step farther. Understand, I'm not ghosting my friends, colleagues that voted for Trump because we have differing views regarding fiscal policy, or for that matter, foreign policy, or any policy. In fact, I'm sure we share some of these views. I'm ghosting you because you voted for an insurrectionist. Not just an insurrectionist, but the grand poobah of the insurrectionist. I do have one exception to this rule, one I want to make right now crystal clear. If you're a younger family member of mine, I'm obligated to follow the higher familia responsibilities to nurture, protect, and mentor you. And if need be, give you a kidney. Who you voted for, be damned. The familia responsibilities are more important. If you are a son, daughter, niece, nephew, or grandchild, I refuse to talk politics with you, but I will maintain all the responsibilities I just mentioned. The rest of you, there's not many, but there's some. Most people that are highly educated, and I am highly educated, it doesn't sound like it, doesn't look like it, but I am, voted Democrat because they have analytical skills. But some didn't. And for you, color me gone. And I encourage every Democrat reading this to color those people in your life that meet those qualities as gone too. I'm not answering your calls. I'm not responding to your text messages or your emails. I'm not even lending you a hand if I see you on the road changing a flat tire. Because Braunhofer discovered politically stupid people are dangerous. And if you voted for an actual insurrectionist, you are the worst kind of stupid. Voltaire said, if you can make a man believe absurdities, and Trump voters have, you are the worst. Wait a minute. If you can make a man believe absurdities, you can make a man commit atrocities. Watch out. Cutting off funding for cancer research, even if it was only temporary and the courts reverse it, or cutting off aid to starving children, or baloney bullshit arguments that they cut out condoms to Gaza. Those are absurdities and atrocities. The Trump follower has fallen into an epistemological black hole. And that epistemological black hole forms every time Trump opens his goofy-ass, treacherous mouth. I watched what happened on January the 6th. We all did. I know how furious politicians, Republicans and Democrats, were in reaction to this half-ass insurrection attempt. But that was in the immediate aftermath. It quickly changed because for Republicans, at least, they realized that several of their colleagues, fellow Republicans, were in on the deal too. So they downplayed the whole thing and relied on the other epistemological black hole, the right-wing media, to persuade the viewers not to believe their own lying eyes. I watched every minute of the January 6th hearings and the commentary that followed. All along, to this very day, I have applied those degrees and fancy titles to the analysis. And frankly, you just got to be plain stupid, politically stupid, not to see that a vote for Trump is a vote for an insurrectionist. He attempted to undermine the fair election. He started before January the 6th. He was doing it during January the 6th. And when he pardoned, gave aid and comfort to his fellow insurrectionists, he was doing it then too. He's an insurrectionist. Read the Constitution. Look at the 14th Amendment. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Trump's a bad seed. Bottom line, he's a bad seed. And I can quote scripture here, but I don't have to, because everybody with common sense knows that no good will come from his presidency. The Republicans, common sense, people with common sense will know that. The Republicans, even if they agree, the ones that are in Congress now, those Republicans, even if they agree with everything Trump wants to change, they have quietly and cowardly surrendered their responsibilities under Article 1 of our Constitution. They're not acting like Congress people. They've surrendered that responsibility to Trump's executive branch and to that goofball Musk. They have allowed Trump and Musk, who are both political dimwits, sorry, but it's true, they are both political dimwits. They've allowed those two to capriciously deconstruct our democracy. It's Project 2025. In turn, Republicans have approved cabinet members and senior leadership that can only be defined as a confederacy of nihilists to aid in this process. Some of those people were bright, but some of them, Jesus, box of rocks, con artists. Anyhow, the judicial system, say that with a mint in your mouth, which is only as strong as the executive branch allows it to be. They don't have a standing army. They have a couple of federal marshals, but that's it. They'll be the next to fall. We're right at the edge of that decision now as I record this essay. And with their fall, it will be the end of our democracy. That's a scary thought. So while this little ditty might not hold a candle to the work of Will Rogers or H.L. Mencken, look them up, from back in the day. And while it pains me to lose these handful of friends and colleagues, it works in my efforts to explain the end of those relationships. This essay does. Color me gone. Folks, if you concur with what I just wrote, take heed to Baumhofer's warning. Don't waste your time and energy. Take care.